All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Council Chambers on, October 24th. I think we had our first taste of winter and the S word outside today, but it looks like it's gone already, so happy to see that and looking forward to the warmer temperatures to come. As you notice, a little bit of a different face sitting in the middle chair this evening. Unfortunately, Mayor Choi is out with an eye injury, and I'm sure speak on behalf of all of Council when we wish him well, and we look forward to his speedy recovery and return to Chambers so that not too many of us have to do this too many times. So with that, I will call us to order. We do have two meetings this evening. We have our Organizational Council meeting followed by our regular Council meeting. The Organizational Council meeting is done once per year, helps set several things that we need to in the year ahead, but with some of the vacancies we have a little bit of a change to that. So administration, did you want to just give us a quick brief on the changes to the Organizational Council meeting agenda?
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. So as I believe in front of Council, at least on a hard copy basis, there is a proposed amended agenda. And maybe I'll speak to that briefly, Mr. Deputy Mayor, just to outline that for the public's sake as well. One of the requirements through the MGA is to certainly hold an organizational meeting, and I think that is basically within 2 weeks or so of late October, if I understand. So there is a requirement to have what is indicated as an organizational meeting, so that's what we're sitting in this evening. Further, during an organizational meeting, or there are requirements that all council members be present to set the meeting dates of a council. And as you indicated earlier, we do have two excused absences, so to speak, Mayor Choi and Councillor Pat Hansard. And as such, we are unable to set the meeting dates as indicated in the agenda. We do have a procedural process ready to go for that, Mr. Deputy Mayor. So the amended agenda in front of you simply is going to appoint the agency boards and commissions as well as the citizen at large. We will look after the meeting dates of council at essentially a special meeting to be held directly before our corporate plan meetings in early November. And the deputy mayor appointment will be done at that point as well. I think that summarizes the changes, so I'll stop there, Mr. Deputy Mayor, if there's anything further.
Excellent, thank you very much. And I'll just look to Councillor. Are there any questions in relation to the changes to the agenda? Excellent. Seeing none, Councillor Anderson, can I get a motion to adopt the agenda as amended?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I move that Town Council adopt the October 24th, 2022 Organizational Council meeting agenda as amended by removing items 3.1 and 4.1.
Excellent, thank you very much, Councillor Anderson. With that, I will call the question. All those in favor? And that is carried unanimously. So moving on, items 3 and items 4 again are going to be undertaken at the special meeting on November 7th. And so we'll move to item 5 in our agenda, and that is the council appointments to agencies, boards, and commissions. I'll turn it over to administration.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. So again, annually at the organizational meeting, council does by resolution appoint its members, so to speak, to the various boards and commissions. Those appointments or the individuals to the specific agencies have been circulated. So Your Worship, or sorry, Mr. Deputy Mayor, not much further to add than that, but certainly can try to answer any questions council may have on any of them.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mr. Town Manager. And so as you see on the package in page 14, we do have a list of all of the agencies, boards, and commissions that are both council created or that council sits on as per invitation or requirement. One thing I did want to point out just to the general public who may be viewing this and who may be looking at the package is that you will see some boards have members and an alternate, while other boards strictly have members and do not have alternates. That is due to the various governance rules within the different committees. Some committees do allow and encourage alternates, while other committees hold straight to the single member, with the exception being the Growth and Commerce Committee, where we cannot actually have 4 members of council sitting on that committee, or we would have quorum for council, and we can't do that. So with that, I will look to see if there are any questions or comments from members of council before asking for a motion. So, seeing none, Councillor Meyer, can I have you make that motion, please?
Yes, thank you, Deputy Mayor. The Town Council appoint members of council to agencies, boards, and commissions as presented, and 2, direct administration to send a letter to each agency, board, and commission confirming the appointments.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Councillor Meyer. With that, again, any questions, comments, items for debate? Seeing none, call to question. All those in favor? And that is carried unanimously. Thank you very much. Moving on, item 6.1, administration. This is the 2023 Citizen at Large Board appointments. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. So again, as part of the organizational meeting and from time to time throughout the year, but we do try to do as many of these as possible at this organizational meeting. So what you have in front of you is a list of individuals from the public being appointed to, I think, about 3 or 4 different agencies and some of our own boards. Your Worship, Mr. Deputy Mayor, I won't go into all of the specifics. Most of these will have involvement by the people on the particular committee or board as part of the interview process. Those recommendations come through administration to council. It is council's authority to appoint, to the boards in front of you. So I believe there's a motion up in front of the council up on the screens. I don't know that we have to list off every single name, but certainly those are the ones that have come through recommended by those boards and committees.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mr. Town Manager. Looking to council, any questions, comments in regards to the appointments? Seeing none at this time, I do have a question for our administration. Looking through the various boards and committees, we do see that some of the boards and committees are not actually full to the capacity that are allowed through them. I'm just wondering if administration can advise us in regards to the openings that do still exist, how those will continue to be actively marketed and brought forward to be filled if possible.
Yes, Deputy Mayor. So all the vacancies that are currently vacant will continue to be posted on our town website. We will do an additional social media campaign. They will be listed on the Community and Social Development volunteer page, and we have also engaged with the Chamber, and they will also be promoting those vacancies.
Excellent. Thank you very much. With that then, no other questions. I will look for this motion. Again, I don't believe we need to have all of the names read in. I believe the as presented will cover it. And I will look to Councillor Loynes. Would you like to make that motion this evening?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I move that Town Council appoint the following individuals to fill various citizens at large vacancies on the council appointed boards and committees as presented.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that motion. And opening it up, any questions, comments, matter of debate, items that like to be raised for any members that are presented? Seeing none, I'd like to just take this time quickly to thank all of those who put their name forward as a citizen to want to participate in governance and want to be a part of the going-ons in the town and contributing to the town is something that is very well thought of, and we really appreciate the input that we do get from our residents. As we did here, there are some vacancies remaining, and so I would like to take this time as well to encourage any residents who are looking for an opportunity to become involved and would like to participate to put their name forward for consideration for those vacancies. With that, I will call that to question. All those in favor? And that is carried unanimous. That concludes our organizational meeting for this evening. Nice and short and sweet on that one. I do understand we do need about a 5 to 10 minute recess for our IT to switch over from the organizational meeting to our regular council meeting. So we will adjourn this meeting and take that brief recess, and we will return to the regular council meeting at approximately, let's go with 20 after 5.